I think I'm live. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. Thursday night seems to be the night to stream. I know a lot of people stream on Thursday night. So I'm going to make that clear right off the bat. A man in lunacy. Hello, how are you doing? It's great to see you there. I don't know if you're still there, but you did show up early, so it's worth saying hello for sure. You deserve that much. Yeah, I'm going to get into a few things today. I prepared this. This is a semi-prepared show, except for the guests. I invited a few people, and we'll see. we'll see who shows up. But no worries either way. I was taking a little break from streaming, and I still think I don't want to be streaming too much, but I thought it was a good idea to stream because Downcast is going to be ending soon, and I kind of wanted to show you and give you some updates and talk about a few other things perhaps as well. Let's see. In a Disguise. Hello. Israel Garcia. Hello. Albino Thunderbuns. Always great. Kevin Tomset. Great to see you. Hey. Welcome, everyone. First off, I think I'm going to show you. Oh, Vaughn's here. Why don't we add Vaughn to the stream?
Mike. Hey. How we doing?
Vaughn. Good. How are you doing?
It is me. It is me, Vaughnster. Come to crash your party.
Love it, man. I love you're awesome to stream with.
You're awesome to stream with.
You bring the mood, the right kind of mood. I love it.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, I mean, you gotta, or else you know who else is gonna do it. We're all miserable lately.
Certainly not me.
Everything's on fire. Everything's horrible. No. Ethan's book came out. The world is ending. Haven't you heard?
Did you get it? Did you get it yet?
No, I can't wait, man. I keep checking that mailbox like any minute now.
I got it.
That's great, man. How you digging it?
So I made a review today. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody that doesn't want to be spoiled, but I did a review today, and I tried to do it in the vein. It was a pretty sad attempt in the vein of your boy Zach on the bedspread. All that stuff. So
really? Yeah, so you did like this weird tribute.
Yeah, and I had my dog even. It was actually really fun, and I get why he does it. It's it's just relaxing.
Because it's relaxing. You could just chill and talk comics. That's cool. Yeah, because when you get yourself in the right state of mind, it helps.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah. So is that going to be your new format? Are you going to be your boy follower?
The comments are split. It's like half the people are like, "Hey, I love it, man. I get what you're doing. That was great." And then the other half is like, "You did not say it's your boy Clint the way that he says your boy Zach." So
hi everyone, it's your boy Clint. You have to say it like that.
The next one I want to do, so I don't really review comics, but I love reviewing Comicsgate ones. I don't know, it's just fun. They're not really reviews. Like I'm biased on all these, but But I want to do one as the comic, the comic book hut. Have you watched many of his videos?
Yeah, I forgot how he talks. Does he have like a heavy New York thing or what?
It's really soft spoken. It's like,
hey, so this guy, he's gotta go. He's bad. He's doing bad stuff, and nobody takes him seriously. His demise is imminent, and any minute now he's gonna go. I'll make a video about him tomorrow, leaving too, and the day after he'll still be leaving. And yeah.
Love it. I used to watch every single video that he put out. This like last year. He was like one of my favorite channels to watch on comics.
We need to get this guy paid and laid and get him to make more episodes. Okay,
I know he kind of disappeared.
This guy's a classic.
But yeah, he always be like, "Hello, this is." I'm not good at it. I'm not gonna pretend to be, but this is the amazing, spectacular, wonderful, The Hut.
My god, I feel for him, man. He's saying that because he hates himself. The Hut, the most spectacular ever. At least my goldfish thinks so. Like I feel bad, like when he says that. Anyway, okay, whatever.
Adino says, "Why does Clint have a mohawk?" Yeah, that's what it is.
Because Clint's punk AF.
That's right.
You can tell by the acoustic guitar in the background.
Yeah, there you go.
Clint is punk AF.
I should convince my wife, like, it only grows here, but if I shave the sides completely, no one would know.
Yeah.
They think it's just
Everyone
mint.
think that
Yeah.
that'd be a cool look for you, man. You'd be the writer with the mohawk. You could walk. You would be like a skinwalker. You could walk in the SJW world, and they'd be like, "Guy with mohawk and soft voice. He's cool. He's one of us." But then, like, you cross over back into our world and report and stuff. You'd be like our little mohawk spy.
Yeah, I've got the SJW glasses.
Oh my god, they look great.
Yeah, you like that? And then I
Yeah,
need
you
a
look
mug.
very serious.
A
You look very
mug.
serious. All you need is a German accent now, man. Hello,
This is
wie
highly,
geht's?
highly problematic.
That sounded good. It was good. Very soft, very gentle.
That's how I talk in real life. This is the act. So I'm just constantly. This is kind of problematic.
Oh
I don't know.
my god.
That's all I got.
The
All right.
first time I ever heard the word problematic was from an SJW's lips.
Yeah,
I don't
that
now I
and
hear it all the time.
inclusive. The first time I heard that,
Oh,
or not
God.
inclusive, inclusivity. I'm like, is that? I don't think that's a word.
I don't think that's real.
Yeah,
It sounds like it sounds like someone took like a giant like block of just all the white guilt they could and they just sliced the word inclusivity out of it. Like it just sounds made up and like this is going to make you feel bad. You know what I mean? Like that's all that word does. It just makes me feel bad every time I just go, because it implies that we were never inclusive.
Yeah, it is a cold shower to any conversation. And it always sounds like a board meeting. That's the kind of word you hear at a board meeting where they've hired somebody special to come from a university to tell you about privilege or something.
It gets to be a little problematic. Just kidding. No, it gets to be to where I just like I have to keep deciding in real life if I want to pick fights with these people or just roll with it. And most of the time I'll admit that I roll with it because you're trying to have like a healthy work environment, you know?
Yep. I know that one. You just keep your head down. You got to survive.
I hate that. That's not right. It ain't right. Sometimes I have these fantasies about like, instead of like all the hot women, no. I'm fantasizing about like work. And they're like, you know what, Vaughn? Like, we really need you to be more diverse. And then I just like lay into them, like, let me tell you about diversity, boss. And like, they're cool with it instead of firing me on the spot.
Yeah.
And then everyone claps.
Yeah. It's funny. I've had private conversations with people at my work, and I realize there are a lot of people. There are a lot of normal people out there. It's just like, I'm trying to get by, and this stuff's ridiculous, but I'm never going to say it out loud. Yeah.
Yeah. But then we have to decide when to draw the line, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it goes further and further until it gets like inappropriate, and then you can't work well together anymore. And then that's when things got to change. You're gonna have to call it out. So
that's the problem.
Find your tolerance level.
they make it a taboo, and so then you just go along to get along, and then eventually it's just taboo, and then you can't bring it up. I don't know. It's like, how did this happen?
I have a great coworker. Love her to death, of course, but she kind of dips her toes into the feministy stuff, and she shows up to work in a what is it? The Future is Female shirt.
Oh boy,
right? And I'm just like, whatever, because I think she's actually, I don't think she knows what all is like. I don't think she knows what I know. You know what I mean? I think she's a good person.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of people, this is like what the new morals are for them. Because let's face it, a lot of them aren't as religious anymore statistically. We just aren't as religious. And so a lot of them, our brains naturally crave that like moral compass, that structure. So we look for it in other things. But but the funniest conversation we had was we were driving and she's like, I just went to a all women's only meeting on entrepreneurship and business and leadership. I had a great weekend, had a great time. My self-esteem is through the roof. Ugh.
Yeah.
And then it's just this pause in the car between us of silence. And then she goes, so like, do you ever get together with the guys and like do an all guys like entrepreneurship and like business and like leadership thing? And I just go, dude, I think I'd get arrested. I think I'd get arrested if I tried to do that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I had this conversation too at work. They did the same thing and they wanted help moving things. This is the worst. They had this big women's conference and they wanted help, and so
God.
they come to their few men around in the office, and they're like, "Can you help us move stuff?" And I'm like, "Really?"
Now you need my 30% stronger upper body strength, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Now you need it.
And then they're like,
30%.
you can come if you're being an ally, like that. You can come. I'm like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? I don't know. To record, I guess, record video.
Dude, that was testing to see how much of a traitor you really are.
Yeah. I couldn't.
That was wrong. That was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said no. You moved a few desks or chairs or whatever, but you said no when it counted.
Yeah. I got to point this out too.
You're a gentleman. You're a gentleman.
Gentleman, not a scholar, but
nope.
Yeah, one of the two. So
Albino
Thunderbuns says he's going to start referring to me as Mr. C instead of Mr. T because of the mohawk. You want to hear something funny?
Cool.
I work sometimes with some deaf people, and there's translators and things, and there's a deaf culture that's different. And so that there's not the same kinds of taboos. So they'll just say, like, if you're fat, they'll just say, "Oh yeah, you're fat,"
Oh God, don't tell me this.
Yeah. So the thing is, they were talking about, I don't know.
They're awesome.
They're like, "Oh, your hair reminded me of a unicorn. I wanted to tell you." Anyway, I was like, "Really? Well, it's time for a haircut. You can tell." Love it.
Thank you for that. Well, I was walking at work today and I passed by a deaf man who looked right at me and he signed a few things. And I have no idea what he said. And I nodded and smiled. And then he just turned away and walked away. Like, for all I know, he was saying,
like, this
dong's
is the
hanging
one.
out, or like there's some ketchup on your face, or you look fat or something. Check your fly. Like, I don't know what he said, but now I know it was blunt. I know it was very blunt.
Yeah. It certainly was blunt. I want to show off this page real quick. I can tell this stream is gonna be awesome. I invited Eric, just so you know. He did say he had a busy night, but we'll see what happens. I also invited Peter Samedi again. No warning in advance, just like with you. I just sent out the link to a few people, and then
Peter and Eric are the best. I love them.
They are, man. I love those guys. Also, Chase from Gateway into Comics. I sent him a link to. I don't know what he's doing, but again, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna have fun no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's damn Skippy.
This is a page I got. There are 5 pages left in Downcast to finish. Yeah,
that is awesome.
And
great news, man.
I'm so excited seeing it all come together. He's Nacho. It's funny. The faster he works, it's almost like the better the pages have been coming out. They're so good that I asked him to redraw some of the stuff from the beginning. So some of the pages that you saw in the campaign are going to be a little different and
revamped
for the better. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool,
phenomenal.
Man.
I'm
going
excited
the extra mile.
Yeah,
that's cool. I can't wait now, man. Refined quality.
Yeah. Have you? Is Monster MD your first book that you're gonna have published?
Yeah, first published. I did some cool, weird indie stuff to kind of teach myself comics a little bit more. So I did a 10-pager that was a pitch to Dark Horse Comics called Jasper the Shank. And it's about a Victorian era butler who has the ability to make almost any surface around him extra super, super sharp. So he's very, very, very dangerous. You could be wearing like a scarf around your neck and the edges of it will get super sharp and start to cut into your neck. Like any silverware you're holding will fall through your fingers and cut through you. Like he's kind of a dangerous fella. And then, of course, nothing happened with that, but I learned a lot about comics and storytelling. It was still only 10 pages. So then I did another indie project called Kataru Witch Hunter, which I think is still online on tapas.com. And cool. Kataru Witch Hunter is a kind of more manga-ish action comic with beautiful colors and like awesome action and cool mystery to solve about a guy who hunts witches in a feudal Japan. And it taught me so much about making comics because this one was big. This was a 75 pager. This was like me going all out.
Wow.
And it came out pretty decent for, being one of the first big things I made. It's not perfect. It's still got that indie flair, which is cool. But I enjoyed learning from it. I also inked this one, which was like quite an experience, like getting your own hands tired and your neck sore from working like an artist does. You really begin to appreciate all the work artists do,
Yeah, I think every writer, it's a good experience, even though I've done a couple really short comics, just myself, like drawing it and inking and coloring and lettering, and it was cool. It was really useful to learn the process. They're garbage, absolutely garbage. But I don't know, it was helpful. You get that under your belt. It's better, I don't know, in my opinion, that's not the first published work,
I think Eric told me that you and I have both gotten our hands dirty with drawing and at least did our best. So it's like he thinks that helps us be better storytellers. I think he's right. Like it's true. When you it can't just be words. You have to be kind of an artist who tried or somebody who tried, because I think that helps you understand the craft much better.
Yeah, I agree. It also has it gives me a nice appreciation for when you see something that's good and that works. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited. It's weird. I go through this. It's like a roller coaster of emotions. Like yesterday, I felt terrible, and I was like, "Everyone's gonna hate this book, and I'm gonna suck." And you go through it.
Oh, the roller coaster! You're on the roller coaster.
Today was like I was working on the script a little bit. I'm getting the lettering script together, and going over just a few things, tightening some things up. I just want to make sure everything's clear. It's understandable. And then today, I'm so excited. I'm feeling so good about it. So I don't know. Tomorrow I'll probably be a mess again. But you can tell it's getting closer because it's like, so excited though to have it in my hands. But yeah, so we're ending the campaign soon.
Great. Yeah.
It's
man.
Not just
becoming real.
Yeah.
Is this your first publishing effort?
So I did a couple novels. They're self-published. My first one sold really, really well as a digital ebook. And that was cool. In the heyday of Amazon, self-publishing stuff. So it was unfortunate because that book was terrible. I think it was an interesting idea. It was like a city where you were not allowed to be guilty. Like that was a crime, punishable by death. But yeah, it was just terribly written, and it was a good learning experience. But then I did another novel, same thing, but it did not sell well because everything had changed. So, but yeah, this is my first.
Heyday was up.
Okay. Yeah, man, you're at the whim. The thing is with Amazon is you're at their mercy. They'll make or break you. So I don't know. This is nice. Direct to customers.
Scary. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it on our terms. Let's let the customers make the choice and meet some cool people along the way. Make some cool stuff. Yeah, Downcast is over 30K.
Yep, 31.2 with 911 backers. That's so awesome. I keep thinking it's possible. We're getting really close. This is one of the reasons I'm streaming. I'm like, I should make some kind of effort here. But if I got 1,000 backers, that would be amazing. I would have doubled my goal. So, 31,000. If you haven't backed it yet, this is going to close at the end of the month. I think that's Tuesday, October 1st. I'm going to shut this thing down.
Yeah. When you can double your own goal, that's just the best feeling, man.
Yeah. Amazing.
My big goal was 50K for me.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even know. What was your actual, what was your goal on Indiegogo? Your stated goal? 3,000. Nice.
3,000.
You were all in.
And then other people did 3,000 as well. Like a bunch of people did emulated that.
Yeah.
When they talked to me about it, they're like, "What should I put it at?" I'm like, "Make it low and make it look like an easy, fun thing to fund because you're doing it for the love. You're not doing it for the cash." Yeah. And also you reach your goal quick, and then the hype from that is a beautiful thing. Oh my God, this cop is floating, dude. This cop is like Gravity Cop.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because they used the orb on him or whatever.
Yeah, the orb. You can see the shadow here. This is Joanne.
Oh, that's cool.
Coming.
That's cool, man. I like that.
I just got back a little. Well, a lot of it is just the scenes. Let's see. Just with the rope stuff, there's this action scene. This is right at the beginning.
I like this.
They're fighting on the side of a building with ropes and cutting ropes to try to get away and all this stuff. So cool. I don't know. I love seeing these pages come in.
It's like classic adventure stuff. I love it.
All right. Brian Christigou. I know you've told me how to pronounce your last name, so I apologize. I know I murdered it. But Brian, for $5, thank you very much, says you'd be surprised how many first novels or first comics industry professionals have made. That's true.
Oh, yeah. And they suck. They all suck. Like our first things that we make suck, and that's the part of the process. Like that's how you learn. That's how you do better on your next one.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's the thing, is you have to get some mileage. So you just got to give yourself permission to be terrible, and just get it out. I'm glad that I did that with fewer people watching right off the bat now. And I think part of the reason, it's just like Downcast has to be good because there's so many eyes on it, and just the culture of, saying exactly what you think about the book, which is great. I love that. But you want to impress people. So that's why I've been going over the script again and again and again, tightening things up. And we're going to run it through my editor one more time after we get it lettered, actually. And then we're going to Nacho's redrawing a couple pages. So I'm looking forward to it. We're also adjusting some of the colors too. We were talking to the printer, and I don't know, it's all becoming real now. It's great.
That's so amazing, man. Congratulations. I'm glad you're doing it and making it work. Oh, and you got Thrilling Comics going too at the same time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a project I was just hired on. Some people were asking, like, how are you doing this when you still haven't fulfilled Downcast?
I thought that's how you work in comics. Like I thought you make something, you write it, you turn it in, and then you. I guess it's true. You are still working with your artist, but like I think as an indie artist, you can take on other projects as long as you don't make a mistake.
Right. This is one of those things where it's like I've written this. Because David Furr is an editor, he's really the one that's making sure things work. And so this is certainly less work. I just wrote a full script it's more robust than sort of the outlined script that I had for Downcast with Nacho. And so, this is just one of those things. It's just up. So if you haven't backed it yet, if you're interested in reading more of my writing, I'm actually really stoked about this. But I think I'll post the link just while we're here. I'll post it in the chat. And then I promise this is not going to be like the QVC hour. I just want to.
He's got Nightwing's butt. That's Nightwing's butt for sure.
That's bragging rights right there. Yeah, it's really
dang.
So cool to be working on the same project as Chuck Dixon. Man,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Really, really excited about this. So yeah, if you I don't know, check it out. If you haven't, so Downcast is ending at the end of the month, and we're ending it. So I just want to move on, and we're gonna keep going. So if you haven't backed it yet, check it out. Also, maybe if you have, Thrilling Comics is up and alive, and I'm excited about this project. So I would get behind that one as well.
Look at that badonk, and also, but damn, the Black Terror coming at you. We're gonna wipe. No, but here's the thing. This looks awesome. All these old school Golden Age characters look amazing. And I definitely want to check this out just because I love how you guys are bringing back that classic Golden Age stuff, but like in a kind of a fun way. Looks like it's kind of has a few differences here and there.
It's definitely updated for sure. It was not. You could take some creative liberty, so that was definitely fun. Eric, how long have you been
Eric,
waiting in the back?
Here.
Sorry.
I'm here. Hello. How is everybody?
Oh, doing
What's
well.
up, white chocolate?
What's up?
Did you bring a mohawk? This is the mohawk stream.
I can probably do it.
Oh,
Dude, look at all that hair!
I know.
Oh my god! Hey, save some for the rest of us.
you need to
That's why
donate.
I'm growing it out. It's to give it away to you, the people.
Those locks, dude.
Yeah.
Man, I
I
could
just thought
break
of
out a
it now, so
present
I'm
with
all
those
sexy.
locks.
Actually,
I could shoot like a white snake video.
Yeah, you could.
yeah, nice. That just gave me an idea. If Downcast hits, I don't know what's a goal. 32,000, is that too low? If it hits 35,000, I'll shave my head into a mohawk. We'll do that.
Oh, there's not that much time left. Come on, 32 or 33 or something. 33. Split
I
the
don't-
difference.
Yeah, it would take a
Come
lot.
on,
Okay,
33.
We're just
I want to see Clint with a mohawk, man.
30.
That's how I see him now.
Okay,
$500,000 stretch goal was a mullet, so
you're
Oh.
500,000. Wow.
100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
Figures.
This is a bargain then. Really.
God, man, you look good with a mullet too. I think some Kentucky waterfall is in order.
I
Look
could do
good.
it.
I know you with your locks. Jeez.
Yeah.
When I
Trevor-
was in high school, I had long blonde Thor locks. It was like my girl magnet thing. It was
Nice.
pretty funny.
Check
My
it.
high school pictures are amazing. They're
Did you have, like,
hilarious.
the bod to go.
They're
with it?
hilarious.
Sierra Whiskey in the
I
chat.
mean, I was a lanky kid. Like I looked like I was in a metal band. Yeah,
Nice.
it was fun.
Sierra Whiskey in the chat.
I was a little gothed out.
He says Clint.
Clint Hawk.
And that's a name of a character I made back in high school.
Clint Hawk.
Hey,
wow.
Eric, Clint and I were talking. If he had a mohawk, it'd also be brilliant because SJWs would think he was one of them, and he could like cross over onto their side and like
Yeah.
gain info and then come
Infiltrate.
back.
Get in
Yeah.
under the danger hair clause.
Yeah.
I get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Pink mohawk.
Yeah,
Pink.
that would be awesome. So yeah, we'll say 33. If we hit 33, I will do a Clint Hawk. We'll call it that. Trevor Nelson for $2 says represent
cool.
from Utah, Jello and shredded carrots. That's right. Did you guys know that was a thing?
No.
I
wanna
yeah, that's
know.
Midwestern.
Jello
sure.
and shredded carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lime Jello. It sounds weird. It's okay. It's not bad, but I wouldn't choose to make it.
Right. It's just a thing that's on the table.
It sounds like an accident. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But okay.
Chocolate chip cookies were an accident. Now look where we are today.
Probably was.
Whoops. So were cornflakes. Cornflakes were an accident.
Cornflakes were anti self-pleasure medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor Nelson again for another $2. Thank you very much. Says 32,000 and Clint snorts coffee and makes a video. Wow. I don't know how if I could handle that. That would be intense.
There were some kids in my school who would snort Smarties. They would crush up Smarties and snort them.
Yeah.
We had those. I think every school in America had that crowd.
Yeah, they had that. I mean, it was just the little tiny, like the little roll, right?
Yeah.
I got to get over here over my name. The little roll of Smarties, and they would crush them up and.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
that does help
Up and
them
down.
hit the bloodstream a little faster.
Yeah, I guess so.
The sugar hit.
You get the drips though, right?
Yeah.
I've
Those-
heard about that.
Those kids,
The Vapus.
did those kids grow up to be druggies or no? Or
You
do
know
not
what? After I graduated, I didn't follow up with anybody from high school except for like 2 people. So.
Yeah.
And it was- neither of those 2 people were snorters.
That
I
might
ran into people, man. I ran into people all the time, and like the snorters are all like in a haze now. They're like, huh?
yeah.
Hey man, you got any snorters?
What?
That might be worth a little bit of Facebook stalking to just find out where are the snorters now.
Mm-hmm.
He's like out in front of the candy store. Hey man, if you have anything on your way out, I'll be here, man.
Nice. Here's my transition. That was a great one, huh? Here's the topic. I'm happy if we just talk and have fun. This is great. But
No, we can
If
talk.
you're gonna here, Clint, I got it. If you're gonna snort a certain brand of candy, try Smarties. Speaking of brands, Check out this tweet. From
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, the next one I'm going to say segue. Have at it, Eric. But I'm not going to tell you what you're segueing to. You're just going to have to assume.
Okay. I like it. Let's do it.
Let's do that. Okay.
Assume.
Peter Samedi. I sent him a link. I know he's busy. I just, just like you guys, I just sprung it on you. But he said, when you're a comic creator, your name is your brand today, tomorrow, or many years from now. What do you want readers to think or feel when they see your name on a book? What is your brand? I made this a little mistake today and responded on Twitter to just stuff I didn't need to. And so, now I'm thinking like, dang it, Peter, you should have tweeted this just a moment sooner.
Mm.
I would have listened, but it wasn't too bad, I guess. But
was that tweet from today?
That was today.
This came out today.
26. Yep.
I answered this. I wrote a response to this.
Oh, did you? I want to see what it was.
Okay.
I will find you.
There I am. Oh, up.
No, this is the top.
Oh, sorry, down. I saw me.
There you are.
There I am.
I see.
There you are. Okay, you got to read it.
Okay. I'm working towards everyone seeing my name and thinking this guy puts out the coolest stuff. That's my goal. I want there to be like some excitement because they know when they pick up a book from me, they're going to get something super cool.
Yeah, I think I'm more into like people grabbing my books and being like, I guarantee you that the guy that wrote this smells great. That's just my goal. That's the best I got. Eric, what's your branding?
Well, it's been some brands you choose and some are thrust upon you, and apparently I letter everything.
That's
my brand right now.
Not a bad brand.
It's not a bad brand. Let me just add that I do it with quality as well.
Yeah,
it's true.
I can second that.
Now just wait until you see Oz, guys. Just wait until you see Oz.
Gives them
then the brand will change.
Well, that's gonna change your brand.
They'll say Kyle who? Talking about Kyle Ritter.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Oh, Peter's in the chat. He says just pop in and say,
who?
"Hey, Clint, can't join you tonight, but I'm in the middle of let's see, pre-press and editing some books. Hope everyone's doing well. No problem, Peter. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. He's doing important stuff.
He's busy. Dude, I should be working, but I need a break, man. I like OD'd. Like after finishing, like I got to a point in Monster MD where I was comfortable to work on other things, which is that's what I recommend to all creators. Like you can work on other things, but just make sure all of your stuff is taken care of with your campaign first. Like be a little patient. But I started working on like Shinobi Sasquatch versus Monster MD, and I finished that script. Then I did a one-shot called God Gun. I finished that script. Then I started working on some other kind of secret things that I won't get too into, but it's been awesome and fun. And I ended up writing a full script for that actually. So like I'm having fun. Like I love working, I love writing, but I think I like burnt out recently. So I'm like trying to give myself a break.
That's been my problem lately. I notice it like in videos. I'm like, it's late at night when I record my videos. I'm like, okay, energy. Let's just, you know, and it's hard sometimes.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I got to tell you though,
I'm trying to say.
Sorry, what's that?
I said we can tell.
Oh, you can tell. People put it in the comment sections. They really can. They're like, man, you doing okay, man? I think most of the time I do okay, but they'll let you know. Yeah, I've got to say though, that was really fun doing the Zach parody video today, and he watched it because he made a video on Cyberfrog, and he mentioned me twice in it. That was pretty funny, my video. So he didn't make any comments though as to the quality. He just addressed.
Someone made a video of me.
He was like, Sweetcast thinks he's fancy or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Speaking of working, that's exactly what I'm doing right now is working. And
that sounds like you.
Do you guys want to see the postcards? Because they're all done.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I don't have them printed yet. I'm going to send them to the printer maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. But let me share the old Screen Arena Duno or whatever.
Yeah,
And,
let's do that.
We'll go through these.
Is that what they call them these days?
That's
The
what they
crazy
call them
kids.
these days.
Screaming a
All right, so
gadoon
flip over to
down.
that there, Clint.
There it
All
is.
right.
Oh, that's cool.
So yes, this is Kelsey
I
Shannon.
love him.
Sorry, I have a mustache, hair in my mouth. This is Kelsey Shannon, and he turned it in a while ago.
That's
but then I asked him, "Oh, hey, I didn't get the high res. Let me turn my freaking phone notifications off."
Mr. Hollywood over here.
Mr.
Blow
Hollywood.
it up.
I asked for the high res, and he got back to me. He's like, "So I tinkered on it a little bit. The colors are a little different. I feel like it's a whole lot better than it was. So not that it was bad to begin with. He brought it to the next level."
Yeah.
So that's Kelsey
Yes.
Shannon, and
He's
he did
awesome.
all of this. This is 100% him. Even the Lady Luck there at the bottom.
Can
Here
I-
it is.
Can I admit something? I want to admit something real quick.
Admit it.
I'd give my left nut to work with Kelsey Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'd love to work with him
Yeah.
someday.
it's
Someday.
great.
I have to prove myself first.
He's a great guy to work with. Not that I've only lettered some of his. You'll see this stuff in the Allegiance books, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
Cool.
Here's Tucci's Rawhide Rosie.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm just gonna moan the whole time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
do. It's awesome.
So all of the design and stuff is on this one. The star in the background, that's been there. The colors put that
Man.
in. But I added the.
Tucci's just magical, man.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. We've got. So I tried to make each one a little bit different, so they didn't all like have sexy lady and script font. Sexy lady and script font. So with Weldon's print with Darling Dorothy, I went a little bit different.
Oh, neat.
With it around and I went with if you guys are familiar with the Lucky Strike cigarettes from that era, I sort of went with the Lucky Strike color scheme there with that.
I used
In
to
the
smoke
background.
those. Not in that era.
Ah,
But yeah.
nope. Lucky Nannies, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Darling Dorothy, and she kind of looks like Dorothy from Oz, so that's why I gave her that name.
Yeah.
What else we got here? We've got
Oh, yeah.
Thunderstruck. This was all Elliot. He did all the design on this one.
Oh, Elliot's so cool.
But I added a little bit of
Yeah.
texture to the background, and it made it blue, so it's a little bit different than the other ones. Everything's got to stand out. And Kyung Lee did all of his own work,
Oh.
and I added a texture.
That's awesome.
And then, last but not least,
Classic.
we've
Wow.
got John Malin's Lethal Lilith, and this is my favorite one, right here. This is my favorite one.
That's right.
Ooh.
So we've got it on the riveted background. You can see there.
And
rivets
you
there.
did the lettering on that.
I did the
right?
lettering and added it on the
That's
I added
great.
to the
That's
texture
cool.
texture there. So
That's
that's
awesome.
fun. Every physical backer gets these
Huh.
6 postcards. Oh, and by the way, I'm just going to say this one thing. We're one backer away from 600. If anybody in the chat has not backed yet, why don't you push it? Make it 600. You'll make my day, and maybe you'll make my mohawk. You'll never know.
Yeah. You're 31,600 almost. Is that correct? Or are you
I've-
32?
I don't know. I
have a
don't
question.
pay attention.
Let's hear.
I
it.
got a question about Lilith, the
Yeah.
logo. Her for Lethal, you did a capital L. For Lilith, it's just a lowercase L. Is that
Yeah.
just how they did logos for these things back then?
No, I just
For the
wanted
names?
to mix up the font so it looked
You don't want it to be
Okay.
the same on top of each other, right?
right.
Like,
So I was
Like,
running into that problem.
I almost think the two L's that match with this type of font would look kind of cool though, and kind of remind me of that era a little bit. Like when you would see like initials that were both cursive-y and the same on the back of a like a motorcycle jacket or like a club jacket. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Well, here's
cool
the thing.
though.
You want to hear some behind the scenes stuff? I was working on the Rawhide Rosie one, and I went through a few different fonts. Actually, this is a mashup of 2 different fonts. And I'm
Looks
working with
good.
the R's. I'm like Rawhide Rosie. It's RR. My son, 9 years old, walks in. He goes, "Why don't you just use one R?"
Ooh.
And nailed And it nailed it. It was perfect. Like even
Yeah,
the dot
he's right.
of the I. Look at this. The dot of the I goes right into the D.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And everything lined up perfectly.
Yeah. I
So,
love that.
Wow.
You're
Yes.
raising up a
Brilliant.
letterer already.
I really am.
Brilliant letterer.
That's awesome.
I really am.
Little letterer. He could start a little letterer club at school.
It'd be just me and him.
It'd be you and him.
But isn't that kind of a lonely profession? There are not a lot of letterers out there.
Well,
It's because I know Eric well that I respect letterers in a whole new light now.
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh.
I think.
Man, I could tell you, Eric, I've been making notes for Downcast now that I'm basically done with the lettering script. But I've been making some notes
Okay.
for lettering. Sound effect. I'm just gonna get into this just because why not? But sound effects, I was thinking I kind of like where they sort of recede into the background. Do you know what I'm saying? Where they're subtle,
Yeah.
whether it's
Right.
the color or the thickness of the lines, or you know what I mean.
Okay.
I'll show you some specifics, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, I think I know what kind of sound effects I want. I don't think there's a lot though. I don't know.
You
what to
don't want
compare
them
it
to override the artwork at all, or you don't want them to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like hollow, like just outline text, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Or even let's see, or like in the back, like they'll be on some panels that are action panels, and so I've seen them where it's almost behind what's happening. Do you know what I mean? It's part of the
Yeah.
background. Love that.
Is that
I
in
think
the notes?
Not yet. I'm just working on the text. So yeah. It's also like onomatopoeias. Like I'm making up some because it feels like you need to, but like a telephone ringing. Vaughn, what do you do for a telephone ringing? What would your go-to sound be?
Ring, ring.
Yeah, ring.
I don't care. Like I almost have a thing for old school ones or making
Yeah.
up my own that are really weird, like like I go crazy with it, man.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like
Yeah.
I bet Eric thinks some of them are weird, but I hope he likes some of the other ones. I just hope people dig that I like big sound effects in mine. I like I like it to be like manga sound effects. Like I'm stealing from manga.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you do, you know how sometimes they'll do a sound effect that fills the whole panel? Like, I think that's cool as hell,
Yeah.
man. I want to do that in my books. I want to make my books big and crazy like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like bring, dring. I tried dring. Dring.
I
But I don't
I have
know.
something I could show you guys. It's a
Nope.
new Monster MD page, work in progress, if you want.
Don't be afraid to use the KISS method there, Clint.
Keep it simple.
You don't have to,
You're saying ring is what you're saying.
I'm just
Ring.
saying ring.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
once in a while we can throw a splort in there for the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
But
There is-
Let freedom ring.
Yeah.
There's this, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is something being stabbed. And I thought that there's opportunity.
okay.
Thunk, thunk, thunk. Or stab, stab, stab.
Stab.
I have on my new Monster MD page, there's someone stabbing something over and over again, and the sound effects I plan to use, because it will add to the comedy, not necessarily to the brutality,
Yeah.
is stab, 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 stab.
Yeah. I've seen that. That almost reminds me of like Bigfoot Bill. A lot of it. I remember there's a grab
Yeah.
in there, like just
Yeah,
saying
Doug
what's
does a
happening.
lot of those. He does a lot of classic like Looney Tunes sounds too,
Yeah.
like zoink and yoink and things like
Yeah.
that. It's great.
Yeah.
Those are great sound effects. And speaking, by the way, the page looks amazing. But real quick, with sound effects, you kind of do want to make sure that the reader understands what the sound is supposed to be.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Don't
Yeah.
get too crazy.
You got to be careful with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bad sound effects will take people out of it.
Yeah, because then you have to read it and you're like, what? What's that say?
Yeah.
Kerflunka what's? Yeah. This is the newest page. Is still a work in progress. We're gonna, for instance, this tentacle is gonna be up above the X-ray plate, so it won't be glowing green. It's gonna be like reaching over, and then
Oh.
putting slime everywhere. And then same with the bat creature getting X-rayed down here. You're gonna have the claws gonna be it reaching over and clawing and screeching. And then you got your little creepy kind of Chucky cousin of Chucky over here, and he's stabbing something, and and Heidi saying, "Will you please direct all stabs to the stabbing pillow? Thank you." because they have to have a stabbing pillow for situations like
That's
this.
so funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
do
it's
that.
coming up pretty great. And I think Wyatt's telling him like, what is Wyatt telling him? Like, I'm sorry, man. What? Oh, he says something really offensive to the little guy. It's funny, but yeah,
Nice.
this is coming out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this.
Man, the colors and the lines, the two artists we just work together so well. I love that. It's like,
Yeah, I lucked out, you know.
yeah,
I mean, I worked with my colorist before in a previous version of Monster MD. I'm just really happy that she said yes, because when I found Marco, I knew that their stuff together would just create magic, like that we'd have something really special. So
yeah,
I'm really glad it's working out.
yeah. I like that a lot. That's good. Eric, give us a segue. Surprise segue.
Okay, and just so everybody knows, I don't know what this is leading into.
I know. That's the best part.
Uh-oh.
But speaking of working well together,
Speaking of working well together, have you seen this Top Cow?
hey, that
talent
was actually kind of good.
hunt? Yeah, that could
It was,
Work-
it was in there. It was in the.
work together with Top
Top
Cow.
Cow. They wish they could have me. No, well, let's see this. I want to see.
They do this every year, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Is it
they
every
do.
year? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Someone just told me about it, and I was like, oh, I didn't know. And then he was saying that they did it often. So I think it is every year. Albino Thunderbud says, I recommend having at least one Dirk Plunk snuff in every book.
Der Plunkel Schumpf.
There you go.
You
There
have
you
to
Plunker
go.
get a
Schlumpf.
letter.
Oh, you got your just Plunker Schlumpf
Yeah.
on me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I had to work
I
that one
know.
out in segments.
Oh, it's one-eyed Willie.
I don't know what art this is, but this is really cool. I like this art a lot.
That would be what's his name from the Darkness.
Is it Silvestri from the
Silvestri?
Darkness?
I'm pretty sure that's Silvestri.
That's
I mean, it's
Silvestri.
Top Cow, right? Wouldn't
That-
it be Silvestri?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It looks like Silvestri, but I can't tell because can't get up close.
I'm looking at the tiny version of it in my horizontal
Okay.
monitor or my vertical monitor,
Okay.
so it's very, very small. Postage stamp
Yeah.
size. Let me grab it.
Eric, did you get your new computer? Are you connected to that
Dude,
right now?
I am flying high on this thing right now. Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear something funny?
No.
I entered a Darkness fan fiction contest years ago, and I won.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And then they turned it into the video game.
What
And
did you-
then, yeah, exactly. They stole my
That
shit.
game was awesome, by
Um,
the way.
Actually, the contest was made because of the video game.
Really.
Nice.
So I entered this fictional contest, and then they sent me free comic books of the Darkness for winning. And I
Of the
think they
band?
published my story online somewhere, I think, but that was forever ago. I have no idea. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to open up a sample script. Let's see.
So what are they looking for? Do they look for writers, artists,
It
inkers?
said, yeah, I think it was everything. Let me see.
Wait, should I apply for lettering?
Why not? Well, that was the question.
You would
It's
win.
like, who is saying this? If you're trying to get in, you should try to get every kind of job you can, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this would be a thing. I'd love to see, for example, Eric doing mainstream.
He'd get in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, they don't have letter.
Uh,
8 pages of sequential art.
we
Wow.
should all submit to this so if one of us breaks through, because then SJWs would lose their minds.
I know that's part of it. Is it's like
I just
wouldn't-
want to do it to troll this.
wouldn't that be awesome?
Screw my career. I just want. No, I'm just kidding.
20 page full script. You can do that. That's
I already have those.
you already
I'm ready.
have it. Just turn one in. That's all you need.
I could do that. I could give
They're-
them
they're,
God Gun or something.
Yeah.
They can't publish that though. That's mine.
Sample
Oh,
script. These are no dialogue. I'm always interested in how different scripts are formatted. They're going with the underline here.
uh-huh.
For
So
bolding.
this one has no dialogue?
No caption.
Oh,
at the
there it
beginning.
is. There it is. There's a
Caption.
caption.
I remember the first time I died. Oh, that's actually a really good opening line. because that insinuates there were more times that he died, and the
Oh,
fact that
no.
he's speaking. I like that.
Insinuation.
Love that. That is a lot of.
That's just one panel description.
That's one panel, 3-4 paragraphs.
Whole front page is no, I don't know. I can't really see.
With an editor's note.
So here's panel 2. Right here, no dialogue. Moving closer to the figure, a young man dressed in a
Oh,
trench coat.
this is way too flowery for me, man. This is not.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
don't. I spent a lot of time trying to be very
Moving
tight.
closer, like they're directing a movie. Pretentious.
Yeah.
Pretentious.
I don't know. I don't know who wrote. Let's see. Paul Jenkins wrote it. Wow, what's Paul Jenkins written? What is he on? I don't even know.
Oh, I recognize that name.
It sounds familiar.
Did you see who the artist was?
Dale
Dale
Keown?
Keown.
Storm
Yeah.
Clouds. Oh,
Could you imagine? That'd be badass.
I know Del Keown. Yeah. Huh.
Everybody
Okay.
likes that Dale Keown. Does he still do stuff like randomly?
I don't know. I can't even think of the last thing I've seen him do.
go to. I'll find out. I'll find out.
Yeah.
It's Keon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keown.
Keown. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can you zoom in? I'm getting. Yeah. Let me see.
Keown.
Keon. Okay, let's see here.
Because he Keowns. You.
There we go. Is that better? Zoomed in there.
Panel 1. Okay, Dale. This is where we begin once again. So he's like addressing Mr. Keown.
Yeah. This
I
is
would not do that in my script, man. What is with these people?
Scott Snyder does this. He's just
Okay,
talking
Dale.
to the artist. Yeah.
It's like this is where we begin. That you know what that means? He's pacing in front of his computer and he has it on voice, so he
Yeah.
can just talk his script out. You know, and like he probably drinking whiskey. He's just like, okay, Dale, here we go.
Yeah, Dale is still alive and working.
Well, I know he's a lot.
I'm just saying, yes. Like there's a 2019 Hulk series called The
Okay.
Incredible Hulk #1, relaunched with
Nice.
Peter David and Dale Keown.
Oh, nice.
He did an
Nice.
Aquaman cover. He's doing covers and he's doing interior. Yeah, he's still
He's making
rock and roll.
cash where he needs to.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's paying the bills.
that's cool.
Hulk
he's awesome.
Reviews is a book. That's a thing.
Anyway, Dale, this opening page is fairly simple. Oh, he says that after 2 or 3 paragraphs with all these editor's notes and parentheses and shit. And then he goes, I see it as a 4-page wide panels that lead us as in a movie would. See, I told you this guy's a movie wannabe. I hate writing like this. I'm sorry. I'm such a jerk. I just hate it.
I want to see.
And
I
this
wanna
should have
see
been
your
his
script.
first line.
I want
You
to see
my
one of your
script?
scripts. Yeah, I
I can
wanna
show
see one.
you.
I like.
Sure.
I just love seeing other scripts. I worked so
What do you-
hard to pare mine down
Yeah.
because mine used to be really wordy like this, and then I
Yeah.
see professional writers that do, like, just really long.
You can make it engaging and poetic and beautiful, but you don't have to be so overly wordy and flowery with it and pretend you're like directing Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretend-
like Eric read something I wrote like recently. You've seen my stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's good. It's enough information without going overboard.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah.
You
So
didn't
like,
do any-
and I'm sure like whoever works on it will probably have questions in here. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, what does XYZ mean, or what were you thinking for this sequence? But yeah, there was enough info that I felt like it definitely wasn't flowery with all of this extra stuff. And I'm sure some artists
Yeah,
like that extra stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the tricks, I have to admit. You want your artist to be engaged with what they're reading so it helps transfer energy into their pencils and their imagination. So
Gotta
you
get
do
through.
want to be descriptive and you want to be engaging, but there's a way to me to do it so that they can read it and then get to work, because I don't want them to just sit there reading like a novel, but try to make it read like a good, fast-paced, story that keeps them engaged.
Yeah. Albino Thunderburn says that script writing style has been fairly common for quite a long time. It's one of about 3 common styles. Mine is the one that I have adopted is a little bit screenplay-ish, but combined with, I don't even remember whose scripts I was looking at when I first started, but yeah, this is it's straightforward though. I just interesting like little things like underlines, and then how it's described, and you're talking directly to your artist by name. ...
Yeah, I remember reading somewhere that maybe it was a Jim Zub thing. I don't know. It's been a few years, but
yeah.
I remember reading somebody suggesting to spoil everything for the artist.
Sure.
Like point out like, make sure that there's an emphasis on this gun because it's going to pay off at the end of the book. Make sure,
Yes.
that small thing. So a lot of that stuff is important for artists.
Sure.
Not so much my situation with, just lettering. A lot of times, like when I get your boy Zach's scripts, it's just a lettering script. There's no, it'll just say panel 1, Devil Dog says this and Cuff says this.
Yeah.
There's no, like description of what's going on in the panel. And sometimes I get those scripts as well. And either way,
you don't care either way.
I'm
doing a lettering script just because I don't know. I've never done one like that before. And so I don't know. I just wanted to try it, but I do kind of like that it's clean, I guess. I don't know. You'll have to let me know, Eric, though.
Do you want to see my script?
Yes, I do.
I shared it.
I
shared it, and you get a special sneak peek at Shinobi Sasquatch versus Monster MD, which you are very behind the curtain right now. You won't be spoiled because this is I'm just going to show you like page 1 and 2.
Yeah,
or just page 1 so you can understand how I write a script. So
yeah, I like that. So you're doing? What program do you use to write scripts?
I'm going to be honest. I use
Microsoft Word.
I use text edit on my Mac. I use like that little crappy notepad-y thing that comes with my Mac, everyone's Mac.
Yeah.
And the reason I do that is because psychologically, for me at least, it puts me in the mode of being relaxed and just having fun and not over sweating like how important this is. So I can just have fun with what I'm writing and it feels like the pressure is off.
Yeah.
When I write it in like a little crappy thing,
Yeah. There's something about the formatting that really got to me at the beginning when I was like, okay, this space here. I've been rolling it back, but I think you do like on your caption, your dialogue stuff, you're not indenting after, which is probably when it gives you more room. But I'm just comparing, so I do like that. Oh, you're bolding.
I got tired of indenting whenever I wrote my earlier comic scripts.
It's just extra work.
It seems like extra work you don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny because what you're seeing is not just how I write at the moment. This is how I write after refining like comic book scripts and doing a lot of different scripts over a while. This is like where I'm at, this very simple, direct, like hopefully the writer doesn't feel, or not the writer, I'm sorry, the artist, when I hand it off to them, I don't want them to feel intimidated. I don't want them to feel like there's too much going, you know what I mean? I want them to feel like they get it and then get to drawing and having fun and get their work done. Cause it takes a while to do a page.
Yeah.
I want them but I want to use language and descriptors that do it to where it still at least sparks their imagination too. So you got to find that balance.
Nice. Another thing is like the, I kind of go back and forth on this, but the screenplay, what are they called? EXT, exterior night, like that kind of stuff. When the scene. Yeah. So I
love not worrying about that.
I know. I'm like, does it matter if it's in? I don't know.
No,
I technically use it. But
if your panel describes it, you don't need to tell them. This isn't a movie script, Movie scripts, the only reason movie scripts have those is so they know what kind of lighting to use. That's it. Yeah. Like that's the only thing. Maybe your colorist would look at that and then know what kind of lighting to use. Maybe
important for your colorist for sure.
Yeah.
So there is a benefit there.
Yeah, I think it's
that though is
right.
I know that colorists will, having colored Flying Fortress this way and seeing like I'm on the inside with like Red Rooster and stuff. So I've seen Mitch and Betty's layered Photoshop files, and Elizabeth will do this too. She will color every page the same, and then when it's a night scene, you throw over this filter over the top of it, and then work on top of that as well. So even if it's not in the script, it's not as though you have to recolor at four colors. You can just plop on an overlay, make adjustments from there, and not have to be like, oh, I have to relight everything.
That makes sense.
Actually, I have a somewhat related, kind of funny story
about the Brightwisers.
No, about the Williams.
Oh, okay.
Freddie Williams.
I don't, but yeah. Tell me.
He's an artist for DC. He's doing he's TMNT and the Masters of the Universe. He did the TMNT Batman stuff that just came out recently within the last few years.
Yeah, it's like sitting. Do I have it right here?
Yeah,
no, it's in the other room. I just bought it. Yeah.
And he is the author of digitally drawing comic, the DC Guide to Digitally Drawing Comics. Heck of a guy, a good friend of mine, and yeah, that's right, I name dropped. He was telling me once about how his wife will help him with sort of like, depending on what his job is on the project, she helps with ink assists and things like that, just prepping files, scanning, drawing in like straight line, I forget what he calls it, but the wireframe inking, the very thin line stuff, and he'll go over and finesse it. Anyways, she had inked it, or she had gone in to color it, this page, and he had inked it in such a way that the light source was, let's say, on the left, but she colored it with the light source on the right, so everything looked wrong. So he had to go in after the fact and digitally change his ink so the light source was on the right. It was great. Yeah.
Wow.
It worked in the end.
So it was just easier for the inker to go back than the colorist.
I may have said that backwards. No, he inks his work. So he does like water, not watercolor, but ink wash.
Oh, cool.
A lot of the texture and stuff you'll see in that Batman TMNT stuff, very splattery, because he does a lot of ink wash stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we were talking about the Brightwisers. I went into one of Mitch was streaming, and I went in and was like, "Hey, looks great." He was doing coloring or something. I was like, "Hey, you want to come on the stream sometime?" And he's like, maybe."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't know if you're a creep or not or something," but I think that we're on good terms now. I had to convince him that I was not.
Do you need me to put in a good word?
Everything helps. I'll say that. But
I'll let him know you're on the up and up.
Yeah, I'm on your team, man.
Yeah.
But he was really great. He was nice, but he was just, I could tell he's being really careful. So it was kind of funny.
Well, he's being careful, and his time. We're all under a super deadline crunch right now.
Yep.
So, like, I'm literally lettering The Futurist right now as we chat. So,
Wow.
that's also part of it. So.
Yeah,
we're trying to get all of these books ready for the new campaign that's going to launch.
Are you at liberty to say anything about it other than that you're lettering it?
Well, I can't really give any of the story, and I haven't read through the full script. I kind of go page by page, so I kind of stay,
Yeah. No, you're fine. I have business questions about their plans. That's what I want to know about. But yeah, he said I'll get him on the stream sometime.
I know everything. I can't say anything.
Yeah, I'll ask him. We'll get it straight from Mitch and see what's going on. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. He's one of the artists now, the few artists in and surrounding Comicsgate that I haven't talked to yet. We talked on Twitter, but yeah, that'd be cool. I gotta get my card checked off.
Yeah,
the Bright Risers are a cool, interesting couple. They're a couple, but they're both really fine artists who work really well together. It's really interesting, and they're building this business. And and their last name, I feel like they should be on like a reality show, like Catching Up with the Brightwisers or something. like they live this like nice, charmed life, or at least their life looks really like it looks like a J. Crew catalog. It looks like a J. Crew catalog. It's awesome. It's awesome. How do they do that?
They look
but
they look like
making these awesome books.
yeah, they're always doing something just interesting. That's all.
Yeah.
Albino Thunderbus says, I know stuff about the futurists. He. Well,
Uh-oh.
come on now. Yeah, I know next to nothing. I keep seeing when they post stuff, it's like, oh, how many books are they doing? Can you even tell me that, Eric?
4.
4 books. That's
We got
including
Red Rooster Golden Age. That'll be a 60-page. The Indiegogo is a 60-page book.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it may have increased by a couple of pages because I know the first chapter has increased by a couple of pages.
Okay.
Then there's Nora's Saga. That's written by Blake Northcott and drawn by
Nice.
Kelsey Shannon, colored by Kelsey Shannon, and it looks
Yeah.
like a lot of fun. That's sort of like a modern day girl ends up through whatever, ends up sort of in this Viking age.
Yeah.
We have The Futurist, which is their swashbuckler tale, drawn by Butch Geis and written by, I have the script right in front of me. I think it's written by Mark Pellegrini. Story by Mitch. Oh, sorry. Story by Mitch Breitweiser and Patrick Stiles, with additional contributions by Mark Pellegrini. And then there is, let's see, Bass Reeves, which is written by Kevin Grievix and drawn by, it's that other guy whose name's beyond me right now. I can look it up real quick. But yeah, what is this? Lots of good stuff. Bass Reeves. I'm not screen sharing. Let's see. Kevin Grievix, and it doesn't say the artist's name. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep track. I have so many people I'm working with and names in my head. And every once in a while, one of them
It's
slips
okay,
out.
man.
Blake-
No worries.
Like I gotta. Blake. Yes.
Hey, Blake.
Blake's here. Yeah. Hey, Blake.
I got a message.
Yeah, we talking all about you.
I got a message from Doug. He was like, I need a bio for the making of, right? And I'm like, okay, Eric Weathers, in third person, Eric Weathers, yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking of books, okay, Jawbreakers, Lost Souls and God King, Graveyard Shift 1 and 2. And then I was like, what else am I working on? And I blanked. I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, obviously, Red Rooster. I mean, I was trying to think of the big Indiegogo ones, and it took me like all day to remember that I was working on Red Rooster because there's just so much. So
Yeah.
You are overloaded, and no
I
one
know,
blames
no,
you. Dude.
I'm adequately loaded.
Okay, good. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blake, you want to tell us about Allegiance? Yeah, I do want to know.
He wants all the secrets.
I just want to know everything.
I do too.
Yeah, I can't.
I do too.
Let me see.
I want to know if they need good writers, other than you, of course.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. You're not the only one who's asking.
Yeah.
That. Everybody's excited about this.
I don't care who's asking. All right. All I care about is if my names is brought up. That's all I care about.
Hey, they like
Blake, you want to
Monty.
jump in? If we send you a link, no pressure, but I want to ask questions. So I don't know. Blake, you're another one I need to check off my list too. Someone I want to talk to.
Pressure.
Yeah, let me know. Let's see. David Williams is drawing Bass Reeves.
There you go. Thank you. Maybe it's just sort of. I'm sorry, it slipped my mind, David. I do apologize.
Yeah.
But all these books look fantastic. Each one has its own voice, its own, style. So it's not like every book's gonna look like it was drawn by Mitch or have that house
Right.
style. It's all, you've got Kelsey drawn one, and you've got David Williams and Butch Geis, all very distinct styles. And in talking with Mitch, he said when he hired me, he said all these books are going to look different, but we want one unifying thread for all of it, and that's lettering, and that's you. That's what I think you. So
Well,
Cool.
they're all really interesting, different titles. I like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blake says, "What do you want to know?" Okay, I've got a list of things. I want to know what. Like, I'm assuming is what it sounds like is everything's being crowdfunded. All these books, the 4 books or 3 books, I guess, crowdfunded together at the same time. Is the plan because Mitch DM me? Okay, all right. I'll DM you. I don't know if that means a link now, but yeah, we'll talk at least at some point in time. I'm curious because I don't know. I'm just excited. I want to know. Mitch hinted that there was going to be monthly stuff, so I'm wondering: is there going to be a crowdfunder every month? Is there going to be?
No.
I mean, no.
Okay.
No.
Well, yeah. I all I can do is just speculate. I just want to know. That's all I want. Eric, can't you just?
Hey, I like my job. What can I say?
Yeah. You don't want to get fired. I'm currently hired by nobody but myself, so I can just say whatever I want. I can't say much. Oh yeah, here we go. They're smart, those Brightwisers, I'm sure. I can't say much because I signed an NDA, but when the big news hits about Allegiance, heads will explode, going to be huge.
She's
All right.
right.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
This way. This way.
That's
It's
awesome.
gone. Why am I always on the bottom? I have to like peek over the
I
put a
don't
thing
know.
on the screen again. Do it.
Is
Do
it because you?
now.
Bottom chocolate weathers.
I have to like look
So
over.
You're Kilroy? Is that?
It's like, yeah, Kilroy was here.
Hang your
All
nose
right.
over it.
Hang my nose over. I don't know if I can.
Get your nose over it.
Totally.
Man, that's awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
You guys,
I
it's
can't wait for
amazing.
this
It really
news.
is. I signed the same NDA, so I'm on the inside. But
Okay.
Well,
I gotta say, Blake North.
I'm working for T-Bear now. I'm making his trailer for his campaign.
Chrono Mechanics.
I hope yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the Chrono Mechanics. Yeah, I'm gonna make he liked my Monster MD trailer and he's like, could you help me out? I'm like, all right, let's do this. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
yeah.
I really look up to him and his art, so it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
So many cool people.
Thanks.
Blake, I sent you a link. I don't know if that's what you mean. It can't hurt, but no, pressure.
Blake's hurt. 60 pounds, my friend.
Let's see. Norris.
60
This is
pounds
what,
may break my bones,
here's
but
an,
less will never hurt me.
Nora's Saga will be 6 issues for the first storyline. I can say that, but not much else. All right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you off stream what. Not everything, but I think Mitch has said what their plan was about issue releases and how that's going to work. But since I'm not 100% sure, I won't say.
No, that's right. He teased me. He did say he was going to send me a press kit on Twitter
I
at
want a
some
press
point.
kit.
So I was like, okay, let's do. I'm interested in buying these comics. Actually, they look good.
Mhm.
But again, I'm looking at Top Cow. I'm looking everywhere. I want to be writing comics. So just putting that out to the ether. That doesn't hurt.
The ether.
What are you gonna submit to the Top Cow?
I don't actually know that I really will. I could.
Oh,
I've got
Oh,
that silver.
bottom cow, am I right?
That Silver Street
Yeah.
script is written. That's 24 pages. I guess I could just do that. Make it easy.
There are stipulations about how you can't be published, I think.
You can't be published. Okay. Well,
I think.
I'm not published yet.
But like it depends on like where they draw
Yeah.
the line on who published. Like if you've been published at Marvel, you're not getting in the talent search.
certainly. Yeah.
But I don't know what they're like. Red 5 comics, can you still apply? Like
Yeah.
Oni
I hope-
Press, can you still apply? I don't know.
I hope
Sure.
they're not like, you're the guy who won that darkness contest years ago. Could you just leave us alone, please? Like, I hope they don't
Yeah.
give me that.
Eric's got to do chin ups again too. Albino Thunderbuns says, "I didn't sign anything. I can tell you anything you want to hear about Allegiance books as long as it doesn't have to be true." Oh, there's that last line there. That was the
the disclaimer.
Let's see. Blake says the release schedule and the distribution is definitely in place, but it's hush for the moment. It won't be a monthly crowdfunding thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just wait like everyone else, but it's always nice to have insider information.
Oh, you think because you have a YouTube
yeah.
channel, you can get all the information before everybody else?
Yes.
it has worked so far, actually. It really does.
It helps, Eric.
So far, you're bad 1,000.
I know, yeah. No, I'm sure there's like so much I have no idea about, but you talk to people, I don't know, whatever. It's just cool because there really is. There's so much going on. Just in people everywhere are independently working on different things that are exciting. I don't know. it's crazy. It's for the comic industry being in kind of a weird time, a weird period of history. It's also really promising, you know.
Yeah. I gotta know. I know that you got Cyberfrog, but did you even back it? I don't know. Did you back it? Did you get it, Vaughn?
Yeah, I backed it the first campaign, so I'm just waiting on my.
Oh, you're waiting
I
on
think you
Chromium?
can- Chromium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the one that's shipping out now is the third campaign, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, and
I backed
Chromium
the
is
first and the
starting
third,
to.
and I
I
still
think.
haven't received anything.
You backed
Okay.
the team up cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I did a review. Everyone should watch that. I mean, you don't want to spoil. I didn't try not to spoil, but I did show pages. I got it.
I agree with you on what you said from what I could see.
From the book, my review.
From
Yeah,
from my professional perspective.
Yeah, I think that was I was trying. I don't know. My main thing was my expectations were so everywhere, because sometimes Ethan would talk like, I'm just not a very good writer, and like this kind of stuff, and then other times I don't know, I'm just seeing all the stuff on Twitter, so it was all so polarizing. So I was like, I don't know.
Well, I haven't really, outside of your video and Zach's earlier today, I haven't watched any. Those weren't even, you guys both really didn't do much of a review.
Yeah, I didn't.
So I don't have any expectations other than what I've seen.
Yeah,
because he did the first chapter, was posted online. I wasn't given the PDF or anything.
Yeah,
to look at ahead of time, but
I gotta
had
say.
some.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I had some hesitation after seeing. I don't like talking bad about things, but the lettering kind of
Blood sports.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it looks like it's a little hard to read.
Oh, are you talking about the lettering?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I addressed the lettering too,
I know that's what I'm saying is from my professional perspective. I agree with you
I
from
see
what
what
I
you're
saw in
saying.
the video.
This is the thing, like Star Wars, how they have the really weird transitions. Vaughn, you
Swipes.
came from film, right? Yeah, the swipes and stuff, but they do all these different scene transitions in Star Wars, but it's like they've done it, and so they have to continue doing it. You know what I mean? Like
that's the point you were trying to get across. I wasn't clear on that.
Yeah, I kind of messed that one up.
Yeah. They'll do the screen wipe.
They did it in '77. Therefore, in 2001, 99 in episode 1, they had to do it again.
Exactly.
Have they done it in the sequels? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's in all the Star Wars movies. I noticed it stands out like a sore thumb to me.
Like the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So I don't know. For me, I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm not really a fan of different lettering for each character unless it's like a very different character.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I might be a little strange about these things. My gripe with Richard was that he has so many bold words in a lot of the writing.
Every balloon has a bolded word.
Yeah, that drives me crazy. But it's fine. Like I can get through it and enjoy the story. It's just like
he's trying to give it. I feel like when he does it, he's trying to give a cadence of speech.
Yeah.
And a lot of bolding is like that, but in some cases, bolding's not like that. For instance, DC in the 70s and 80s, they would just bold people's names and places. Like Gotham City would be in bold, and get away from there, Batman, and Batman would be bold.
Yeah.
It would be brave and bold. You might even.
Right.
You could say.
Yeah. Sometimes I've been going through mine and I'll bold words that to me it helps when you're like, did I read that correctly? If it's a new word or something to your story, I'll bold that just so people know, like, no, this is what it's.
I bold to hear the character's voice better.
Yeah,
that's what I do. So I might bold a lot in some people's opinion, but I don't know.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't know, and I'm not saying that I have it. I know when I put my book out, it's gonna get roasted, but that's kind of par for the course. So I don't know, but it is interesting just to see how different people approach it. Let's see. Albino Thunderbutt.
If you think about it, if Ethan was making Cyberfrog in the 90s, he probably would have used different fonts for everyone because that was very in. because computer coloring and fonts on computers or lettering on computers were kind of new, and everyone was showing off.
Well, it was the original Cyberfrog was lettered by Robin Spear, I think his name.
Oh, okay.
And it was all hand lettered, and it was hand lettered in that way, like it was
that same font.
Same font. So,
right.
I do know that Somni, the guy that Ethan hired to letter, recreated that font and made it digital.
Yeah,
but
right.
I can't imagine how long it took him to letter those pages with the way those balloons. That just.
The other thing, that lettering was a ton of work, and it's like I appreciate the graphic design of it. I don't know. I just like the white balloons for 99.9% of everything, but I don't know. Maybe people will say your balloons are boring. So I have a question though. Salamandroid was not in the original Cyberfrog, right?
I'm not certain.
Or what? Maybe he was. I don't know.
He may have shown up. Showed up. Shown is light.
Yeah.
Shown enough.
Shown
enough. He showed up.
Yeah. I'm also looking at extras, and I've got basically most of my extras together. I've got my print, bookmark, stickers. I don't know that I want to do stickers again, but then I got this one, and that's a nice sticker.
It's a window cling.
Yeah. It's like clear.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of extras, so I put in an order for my patches last night, and the patch artwork that I've had on the campaign has been Bombing Betty holding the bomb with the Flying Fortress logo and blazing across the bottom. And I sent it in, and I got the quote, and I'm going to get 1,000 patches because it's cheaper to get 1,000 patches than it is to get 500 patches. Literally, it's not cheaper per patch; it's cheaper overall to get 1,000.
Right. That's how they do it.
Yeah. So it's like $1 a patch at 500 or 60 cents a patch at 1,000.
Yeah.
So
that's how bookmarks were for me, basically. So it was like, why?
So I got the quote, right?
Yeah.
And you put it in the system. They say, okay, a patch at this size, at this blah 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 is going to be this much.
Right.
And you have to quote back, and they're like, well, with the artwork the way it is, we have to add this many more thread colors. So it doubled in price. So the patch is not going to be what it's shown. I have to do something different because I can't.
Because the price is going to be through the roof, isn't it?
It's going to be through the roof, yeah. So I'm honestly thinking just the logo itself, because that would just be 2 colors. And I might be able to get that cheaper and do the cut, have it die cut or whatever you call it. Heat cut, I think they call it. And
why don't you do it like it's an old school 1940s patch that like one of
and there we go.
He just disappeared.
I think he was saying an old school 1940s patch like one of the actual bomber patches, which I might be able to do, but then I'd have to design a new patch. That might be kind of cool to design like their secret mission, get a mission patch, like a NASA mission patch.
Yeah.
But then I got to think about that. I have to design that.
Yeah.
That's a lot more work.
Yeah.
Ted Lane.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I was going to say, not that it's not a bad idea. It's just
another thing. It's just glug. Ted Lehman says there was one issue with Salamandroid. All right.
One issue. Apparently I'm being tattled on.
You're being tattled on? Where am I getting this?
Amanda Lunacy says Comics Exposed is tattling. I don't know who Comics Exposed is.
You to EVS right now? Comics Exposed. I know I've seen that, but
I'm saying this as not having seen the book, just from what I've seen.
Oh, about the lettering? Is that
lettering.
Really I made the video. I don't know. This is the weird thing. Okay, here's the thing. Here's a moment of honesty. People want you to do reviews about comic books that are coming out in Comicsgate, but you can't really do an unbiased review in any way. Like it's just impossible to do. So it's like half the people expect you to say it's terrible just for the sake of saying it's terrible, and then half the people expect you to say it was marvelous just for the sake of saying it's marvelous. So it's like I don't know. I just tried to do it.
Sorry. Apologies. So what I was saying was you could make your patch look like an old school World War II patch for like the crew of the actual book.
Yeah.
That you so like, and keep it simple with like 1 or 2 colors or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. They give you 7 colors up to 7 colors for free. So, and like, the guy was like, because I have Bombing Betty there, and he's like, the eyes won't look right because it's too fine a detail. We're working with thread here. So,
right. Right. I used to run a cosplay store back in the day, and we would order patches and have to do stuff with the thread design and simplify and stuff.
I'll figure something out.
It's an art.
Huh.
You'll come up with something cool. It'll be cool.
I'm kind of stuck on the trading card right now. I'll be honest, everything's just more expensive than I thought it was going to be. So part of me is like, I just don't want to get trading, especially.
You can get 1,000 trading cards for like $40.
Will you send me your printer link? Please do. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's better.
Yeah.
Much better.
By the way, I think I'm switching printers too overall.
You are switching printers? Oh, for your book too?
Everything, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I got the books internet, and then I was in the CG DM group, and somebody posted something else, and I was like, oh, wow, this is a lot cheaper. And it's the same paper stock and all of that. Really? And people that have used them have said their quality's great. So.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, do tell. I'm curious. But again, this is the nice thing. It's just sharing all the special deals. Make people compete. I like that. Okay. I think you're okay, Eric. It's partially a joke, so it could be true though. It's partially not a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a partial joke. I was watching that guy go from stream to stream, starting crap with literally every faction over the last few days. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, tell him to come in here and super chat. That's all we want. Look, Vaughn's at the bottom now.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
As a person, now I'm not saying I've been perfect with this, but as a person whose job it is to make the book as readable as possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I will say that, again, I haven't actually read the book yet because I don't have it. So this is all based off just your video and Zach's video.
Yeah.
The amount of work that Somni put in is enormous. Yeah. Knowing how to, unless he does some wizardry in Photoshop, or not Photoshop, but Illustrator. Maybe he's using Photoshop. He might be. Yeah. Unless he's using some wizardry that I don't know about. That's a lot of work to do all of that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it's repeating, copy pasted balloon.
Well,
resize.
At the same time, there were some very different ones. He had balloons that, when there was emphasis, it would kind of, I don't know how to describe it, kind of fan out almost.
Yeah, it's called a burst balloon.
A burst balloon, but in that frog style. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it was. I respect. I respect the. I don't know. I respect the graphic design to it. I just am like, But
and he made those fonts, and that's not easy to do. I mean, it might be for him. That might be what he does. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's lettered before. I know when he got hired, because it happened like right when I was getting hired for Jawbreakers in Graveyard Shift, and there was a super chat or something that this random guy sent in. Actually, it wasn't super. It was a DM that he sent to Ethan that said it, and he. Picked a font that was close to the Cyberfrog font and put the balloons and made it digital and DM'd it to him and said, hey, I'd love to letter Cyberfrog. Here's an example of the font. I will make it look exactly like the old and yada, yada, yada. And he got hired on the spot. Just a fantastic way. And that's how I got hired on Graveyard Shift.
Right.
It happened right as everybody was talking about letterers for their books. And I was just sort of getting I was like, it just was bad timing. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, he did that in such a way that I don't think I would have been able to pull off, or I would have been able to pull off, but I would have been pulling my hair the whole time.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot of, I'll tell you, definitely a lot of work. It looked very professional, and I was very impressed with the writing. And I know everyone's like, well, your opinion doesn't matter. I addressed that in the video too, but I'm being honest. Like, if I'm being honest, I was very impressed with the writing, actually. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good sign. Cool. I can't wait to read it, man. I'm excited. I haven't been looking into a lot of people's review. I have not watched any reviews.
Yeah,
I just want to sit down and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just take it as a comic book, not like the second coming of comics or anything. It's just it's a character that's cool with a cool artist, and like let's see if it's fun. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like all the hysteria around this book. It's
Right.
like people are trying to ruin it for everybody or something. You know. It's
That's the thing is, I don't know. To me, it was like maybe my expectations were correct. I just sat down in a comfortable chair and just read it. And I think I didn't really do that with Jawbreakers. I was reading it like looking for what's wrong with this book. Do you know what I mean? And so I think that's
you were critiquing it.
I was critiquing. Yeah. And I think what I need to do is just enjoy it. Like plan on enjoying this. And if it ruins itself, then that's something to talk about. But
I will say this, there's a joke. Eric letters every book, and it's partially true. I didn't letter Cyberfrog, so I actually get to read it.
Yeah,
and that's going to be enjoyable.
That's cool.
I can kind of compartmentalize when I'm working, where I'm not really reading the book as a story. I'm just trying to I'm looking at it through an artist's eyes, through a designer's eyes, saying, does this make sense? Or are my eyes the correct eyes? Am I emphasizing the right words? Are the balloons placed? Are there any tangents? And I'll read the balloon, at least skim it to make sure, okay, that makes sense. And even then, you still miss stuff, and that's just the nature of writing.
I think after you lettered Monster MD Chapter 1, for me, I was like, so what'd you think? And you were like, I haven't read it yet. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. It's just because I go page by page, balloon by balloon, and then, I kind of sit back and look at it and look at balloon flow. But I don't switch into reading brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're getting the words on the page and the balloons on the page. And that makes sense.
So even with my own book, even with Flying Fortress, I haven't read it. I haven't read the new version yet, the updated remaster. Because there's, Albino Thunderbuns, if he's still in the chat, he's editing the book, and he is helping, as I've said before, change some dialogue, make characters sound like I have a character from the Bronx, and he's making him sound like he's from the Bronx. Stuff that we didn't really do, other than taking the G off of INGs throughout the script. He's taking it a little bit further than that.
Yeah,
and it's great, but I'm not reading it yet. You know what I mean? I'm not experiencing it as a reader. That's a good way to put it. I'm not experiencing these things as a reader yet.
Makes sense.
Right.
But I get to do that with Cyberfrog.
That's the other thing, is reading it as a PDF is not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to hold it in my hand, baby.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing too, is it's not real until you're holding it.
Yeah.
And there's this, have you guys had any books printed? You have, Vaughn, right?
No.
I've had novels printed.
No.
The only thing I've been published in is I have some art that I did for some zombie anthologies published by this little horror group called Permuted Press.
Mm-hmm.
And they published some of my illustrations that go along with some of their zombie short stories.
Okay.
I did them very cool. I did them very scary stories to tell in the dark, because that was like my favorite horror anthology growing up. It was the kid stuff, but it was just so creepy. So I did my stuff like that.
Well, guys, honestly, I can't wait, because you guys are fulfilling your own books, right? I can't wait for you to get those boxes in the mail, and you open it up, and there's just there's going to be piles of Downcast staring at you right in the face. There's going to be piles of Monster MD. You open the box, just staring at you in the face, and you pick it up. There's no other feeling like it. It's like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to feel that feeling. It's wonderful.
It's so much work too. Like, promoting it is a year for me, like a year in making. But like I wrote an iteration of Downcast, 4 years ago, something like that.
I don't know.
3 years ago, I don't know. I can't remember. You should know this, Eric.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just wild. Like,
yeah, I mean, any creator that's watching this now in the chat or in the watching it later, there is this sequence in making a comic where each step makes it feel more real, and I'm sure you guys have experienced it because you've all had you've all been through it, because I know, because I've lettered your books. So you've written it, and then you've seen the art come in, and you're like, wow, this is turning into a real thing. And then you see the colors, and then you see the letters, and you think, wow, it's a real comic book now. I can hear my characters' voices.
Yeah.
But it feels, in comparison to holding it in your hand, it's unreal. It really is. It's wonderful. And I hope that the magic of that is never lost.
Yeah.
Cool.
No,
every chick I go out on a date with, I'm just gonna hand them a copy.
Right, here they
Just leave.
By the way, I wrote this comic book.
By the way,
Do you want me to sign it or?
Oh, Vinyl Thunderbird
your doctor
says,
tonight.
Eric makes a good point. When I'm in copy editing mode, I'm not in story editing mode. Multiple drafts are a writer's friend, and multiple editing revisions are an editor's friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I just need someone else to read it in comic form, because I've gone over the script so many times, so I got to get back to the editor again too.
Yeah.
Vaughn,
Yeah. Huh?
I was gonna ask you. You had mentioned your editor read something. Did you contact Brandon to edit, or you have a different editor?
Yeah, I got with Brandon, and
awesome.
He has edited Monster MD, God Gun. He's possibly going to edit Shinobi Sasquatch versus Monster MD.
Awesome.
I think I think I'd like him to edit that so I could do like a more refined version. And before we even do the he also edited Heidi's backstory for Monster MD, the 14-pager.
Nice.
So people are going to love that, man. He said that he's never seen someone squeeze so much story into 14 pages before. So
yeah, I saw you post that on Twitter, and I was wondering, was it Brandon? Because I know you asked. I see. Even like this is rewarding to me, because it's like, I know Brandon. I've known him from high school. He's a really smart guy, and then it's like just cool to like connect people, and you guys are working. So I don't know, it's cool.
Yes, thank you again for that.
Oh, and no, I'm very happy about it. I think I derailed us though. I don't remember what we were going on with. Or
we were talking about Flying Fortress, currently on Indiegogo.
Was that it? Yeah, I do want to see what. Do you have your screen share ready?
I can
do it. I want to see how. This is the thing.
Do it.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch up to you, unless
he's given up.
Really wants a mohawk.
Well,
everyone, this is his history happening here.
I just
he
feel
concedes.
Like I have milked everyone dry. I don't know. You guys.
Me too. Yeah.
But you've got way more backers, and you got almost 900, over 900 backers, right?
Oh yeah, 911. I'm just pleased as punch about that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I think part of that, a lot of that is the fact that you have that daily YouTube channel, and your book is cheaper than mine.
Yeah, I kind of worry about. I don't know. The pricing does make a difference, because I think people are like, "Hey, I'm back in books. Oh, this one's just $15. Why not?" So it does.
Do you guys ever wonder if the sweet spot is actually $20 would make more people want to?
I put a lot of thought into that.
Grab your book.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
it might be.
I'm a big fan lately when people are doing the smaller books that are like 48 pages, or if the book's in black and white. I'm a big fan of when people do 15 books.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool price. That helps me want to buy it.
Yeah, that's another thing with Downcast. I was like, people I just don't want to fail so publicly, so it's like 52 pages, full color, $15, $6 shipping, domestic.
No, it's great. I think your price point's great for what you're offering. You too, Vaughn. I think I struggle with mine a lot, because I know there's that $25 point, right? And and I had talked it over with other people, and they're like, no, with what you're getting for $35, it's over 200 pages. Like you could go to Barnes and Noble and spend $30 or $40 on a 200-page graphic novel. So you're good. And I kept being like, I don't know. So now I'm like, I'm comfortable. I'm happy with the price I chose. But I am looking forward to doing Oz and having it cheaper than, and just see how that'll change. And I feel like Oz will be a little bit more broad audience, accessible. I don't know what I'm trying to, you know.
Yeah.
So
more wide appeal, broad appeal. Yeah.
Wide appeal. There you go.
There-
So right
there's-
now, let me ask you this. I have these 3 posters, right? The Ted Lehman print, the Tucci print, and the cover. Should I do the prints just like they show here, or should I put the Rawhide Rosie's thing and the comic book logo on the cover and on the Lehman print? The Flying Fortress logo.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
How big are the prints?
They're going to be 11 by 17.
Oh, so they're gonna be like posters.
Yeah, they're 11 by 17.
Yeah, if they're posters, usually logos are cool.
Okay.
But but posters do stand out when you give it that, like, for instance, I think my Heidi poster has a very tiny Monster MD logo, so because this is kind of like Heidi's thing, you know.
Yeah. So it would look like this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot going up there, right? It's just the helmet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And then with
That looks fine.
Ted's print, I think is down here, right? Yeah, I was thinking about putting the logo like up in this corner here.
Yeah.
Not super big, not across the top. By the way, I was playing around with this yesterday, and I put the logo like right here, and it was like, that looks like a cover.
Yeah.
Looked really good.
I was gonna even left room to breathe up there.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you know, some people are like opening up a second campaign on Kickstarter with variant cover, and I'm like, maybe I should.
I know. I mentioned that I did, and like some people are like, yeah, totally, and other people are like, I'm gonna murder you. If you do.
Yeah. There's people that hate those variants. You got to be careful.
That's
I
the
know.
thing, though. It's like, I don't want to do a variant on a 200+ page book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of silly.
Yeah.
Right.
Make
Unless
it
it's-
move on to your next project, man.
Unless
You
it
need
was
to be 100% for Oz.
Well, yeah, I'll probably have I'm gonna talk with some people about possible variants, but back to the Kickstarter thing. If it was specific to that campaign, and I printed, just say I make 100 sales and I print only maybe 120 books just in case I'd lost damaged ones or whatever, but like very much specific only to this campaign, won't be sold anywhere else, like that. Like maybe I don't know. My wife was like, do you really want to go
You know where I stand.
again? I was like, no, it would all be printed at the same time. And
Right. The thing is, if you're gonna do it, you need to get it printed, like now, like the same
yeah,
time.
I would have to do it now.
you know. Yeah. That's why I don't know. I played at the idea of doing a third cover, and I'm not. It's too late.
I don't know if the labor and the time and everything would be worth it. I don't know how much
No.
more you would make.
It's too late in the campaign, and then it's like forcing people to refund, and it's just And to me, I'm like, I don't know. I feel 911 backers is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for it. I've got plenty of money to do the book I want to do, and we're going above and beyond on several things. So I don't know. The main thing is I just want to get it into people's hands and people to love it.
Yeah.
And I'm on that love it part right now.
Honestly, if I did it, I would do it after this one was closed.
Yeah.
And it would be its own separate thing. There would be no fluff. There would be no, I might throw in these physical or these, these stretch goals, but I wouldn't like go crazy over the top. I wouldn't have, I probably wouldn't, I don't know. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. Much more like a passing.
Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt.
Please do.
I did put a lot of thought into something though. My background. Guess what I'm over here? That's
a
really
guitar.
hard.
Yeah.
No, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Spinner rack. I just bought it.
How much did you spend on a spinner rack?
Oh,
They are expensive.
I know. I got one on Amazon. It was. I can't remember. I think it was.
They are pricey. They're
$1,000.
pricier
No,
than you think.
No, not that much. The thing is, okay, it's a magazine rack or something. Let me find it on Amazon before I tell you. I can't.
Oh, this is
Googling it right now.
This isn't used. This is brand
No.
new.
It's brand new. It's not like
I think I
the
see what you got there. It looks pretty
original.
short.
the one that I got. How do you-
Rotating wire magazine rack with 16 pocket and sign holder black.
Let me see.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
You guys. Yeah.
It was what? Oh my gosh, it's not gonna let me into Amazon. I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Yeah, it was like a couple $100. That's it. But it's a
Yeah.
it's not like a comic rack. It's a magazine rack. What was
Comment
it?
rack.
It was $130 plus $25 shipping. And the reviews, somebody said that it was perfect for their comic collection. So I'm trusting that guy.
Just not one stranger on the internet. You know how that goes.
I know that has never
Always well.
that has
always
never been a
perfect.
bad idea for me. God.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But how do you like it? Did you get it? Do you already have it?
No,
or-
I ordered it. It's gonna be here.
Oh, it's still
next
waiting.
week.
Okay.
Shipped. Yeah, it's supposed to be here. Oh, September 30th. Yeah. And
I ordered a guitar so I can have a guitar behind me like you guys do when we're on
That's
these
awesome.
streams together.
We also
Eric,
Look at his
have a
axe.
camera.
Look at that axe.
yeah, Eric.
You're
you-
going to be the acoustic guy. You're the rock and roll, like old school Les Paul guy, and I'm going to be. I guess I'll be the metal. I'll get like a metal guitar.
This is the White Queen.
She
Yeah.
is pretty.
Have some respect.
She is
Yeah, that's the one
pretty.
I was looking at.
That's it.
That's what I was
Oh,
looking
that's it.
It said
That's cool.
I don't know how tall it is, but it'll be tall enough. I'm sitting down. You'll see it. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend $1,000. Rather-
Oh,
I don't know. That's just too much.
at. Hey, on YouTube. So I just wanted to say, this is completely off topic. Well, not completely.
Cool.
We are independent comic book
You're in
creators.
the right stream. Yeah, go for it.
I have to go into YouTube here to get into the live chat. But I had somebody reach out yesterday saying, "Hey, I know you and Clint sometimes stream. Can you please talk about my book?" And I said I would, but Clint and I haven't streamed in a while. And then like today, you're like, "Hey, let's stream." I'm just gonna drop this link in the chat. I don't know if you. I obviously I showed up late. I don't know if you guys are here, but this guy's reached out to me for some lettering advice. So check out Magic Cop
Oh, Magic Cop.
on Indiegogo.
I know.
they've got that funky '80s fresh theme song. I hooked them up with their with the musician who did my Monster MD theme song to do theirs, and he did awesome stuff. I mean, it's perfect. It really is perfect '80s magic. Ooh,
I felt
I like
weird.
that
that-
green chick.
I had to say something because he messaged me. I was like, I don't know when we're gonna stream. It's been a while, and you had said you didn't want to stream a whole lot, so I was like,
Yeah, I definitely needed to take a little break.
Yeah.
It's hard
Magic
because I feel everybody wants to be on. I get asked all the time. It's like constant, and
Yeah.
I hate
You're the
saying
belle
no
of the
to
ball,
people.
Clint.
It's just that there's
people want exposure, man.
Do you,
They want
do you know what
I
I
know.
get
I
asked
get
all
it.
the time?
what do you get?
I get asked to
What do you
do crossovers because they saw me be a dirty crossover girl, and now everybody wants to dance with me at the ball too. They want to cross over with me
oh,
all day long, all night long.
I've
Yeah.
never had anyone ask that, but oh, I just closed my whole thing.
Oh,
no.
magically it
Oh, you're
disappeared.
snorting
As
antivirus.
mysteriously as it appeared.
Well,
Magic Cop, you have the right to remain silenced. I hope he says that.
I don't even know how I did that. Yeah, you know what I want to do is
No,
let's
I
go
don't.
to
Keepers.
Kickstarter. I made this game. I talk about it like probably too much. I made this game called Arcade Fighter, and
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I still think it's awesome.
It is cool, man.
I sucked at
It
crowdfunding though,
is cool.
but I thought I could redo this and call it Crossover Fighter or something like indie crossover fighter, and we could have everybody's IP in here because you just have the cards or whatever for the characters. I'd
Dude,
change
that's
it a little
kind of a cool idea, man.
bit. It would be like
I
a
like that.
just do it together. I don't know. I just hate because
Like armor tokens. You can make these tokens funny though when you rename them for our game, right?
oh
Like
yeah
Yeah.
the sky is the limit. But
So is it going to be the characters or is it going to be the creators?
Oh,
Ooh.
you could. That sounds like a stretch goal to me. You could start with characters and then have like Ethan versus Doug or something.
That would help us all laugh and not take all this so seriously. I love it.
Yeah, and then you can have the Eric Weathers bonus. Add him to your book. You should make this a game where it's a game of making a comic book.
It's
but
called
a board game.
crowd. It's called
Yeah.
Crowd Fighter instead of Crowdfunder.
Yeah,
Crowd fighter. Yeah. Yeah, I would just change it so it's just cards, like none of this board stuff that I did. Just cards, it'd be much less expensive and
Yeah.
easier to fund. But having everyone's characters, I just think it'd be fun. Everyone owns their own IP, so why not?
yeah.
I
I have a card game. It's more of a party card game
oh,
that
cool.
I've been tinkering on over the last several years, and everybody's like, "You should make this a real thing. Make it real."
Yeah.
So maybe someday
Want it real.
they want
Yeah.
the real deal.
People like cards.
They do.
Super crowd
Do you
fighter
guys-
too.
Do you,
That says
you guys
Matthew
want to see
Thomas.
something a little crazy that I made for a kind of a game, an RPG game I kind of was
Absolutely.
like daydreaming about? All right.
I think you showed me this, right?
I might have showed you this. Yeah.
How funny is it that we all make comics, but we're also like, what if I made a game?
I know. It's like it's just the nerd.
Yeah, it is the
Yeah.
nerdiness.
I think if you walk
Oh,
up to a
yeah.
nerd,
So cool, man.
if you walk up to a nerd and you go like, what would you do if you wanted to make an anime? They'd all be like, I would blah blah blah. Like we're all ready. We're all well. I started working on this as a role playing game where the idea is you're always in the same dungeon, but the dungeon is alive and always changing into whatever the game master just wants it to be for each crazy story. But the whole thing is all these people I'm calling them drifters, but they all are going into this dungeon to find a treasure or some like a cure to a curse or something very lowly, dark, as you can see, beat up kind of characters,
Yeah.
but with very deadly abilities. On the far left here, we have a Death Slinger, and that's kind of like a quick draw necromancer character. And then next to her, we have the Pit Fighter, who's kind of like your beaten down, thuggish gladiator type. Life of Pain type guy. And then next to him, we have my version of kind of like a crazy wizard that's shooting lasers out of his fingers called a Prismer. They use the light and bend the light to do all kinds of cool things and deadly things. They're very mysterious order of magicians. And then you've got your Highwayman here with the crazy button eye mask. He kind of reminds me of like a Deadpoolish type. I think when I was making this, I was more into Deadpool then.
Is this
But like
is this your art? Did you draw this?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
cow. Wow, I'm impressed. I think that looks great.
You're good, man.
Thanks. These character designs they were actually I designed these, but I worked with another artist on for the first iterations of these.
Yeah.
But then I refined them and turned them into this. But
Wow.
I think they came out pretty awesome, actually. And then the far right, we have the Gun Witch, which is totally and obviously inspired by oh my
Bayonetta.
god, that game that Bayonetta. I thought Bayonetta was called a Gun Witch, like that was like her title or something, and I thought that was so cool. And whenever I tried to research it, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find that she was a gun witch anywhere online. Like no one called her a gun witch. Someone likes the whore. Yeah, me too, man. She's naughty. She's a gun witch. See the back of her legs?
Yeah.
You see those gun handles? She will kick her leg up and then grab the handle and just be like, boom, and just like unload on you.
That's
So
awesome.
that's pretty whorish. It's pretty whorish. But
Yeah.
like she's sexy. I mean, I like sexy witches. So I like sexy bitches and I like sexy witches. You can look at her gun holster. She's got a little moon and a star, like a pattern on the leather of it. Like all these little details. I really worked hard to make these designs like awesome. And I have a whole roster of other characters that I haven't finished yet. But like, I thought this would be such a cool kind of class-based RPG where like, I get to create everything and just do my style.
That's cool.
Hey, Oz started out as a thought experiment for a video game too.
Yeah.
It's
man.
crazy which ideas like develop.
Yeah.
That's the thing is you got to put your finger and you got to try all these things out and see if they're viable, I guess, if they're worth trying. I gotta tell you, Matthew Fowler too. I've seen some stuff. I'm not gonna say anything else but that, but Matthew Fowler showed me some stuff, and yeah, he's got some exciting things too. I'll say that. Many cool stuff coming.
Exciting.
I've seen some stuff too.
You've seen it, man.
Of course, you would see some stuff. Actually, no, I shouldn't. Yeah, Eric, I've personally shown you something that you needed to see, because I'll say that much. I don't know, Matt, what I can and can't. I won't say anything, but
No, I'm working with Matt.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say it live.
Yeah.
But I will.
I think he got us to do the same thing. I'll just say that.
Okay, I get.
It's in that Dropbox folder.
Yep. You got it.
Yep.
That's
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's getting weird.
Secret.
Jesus, man. I want in. I'm Von Klaus. Come on, I can write. I'm awesome. Someone give me a shot, kid.
You are.
Machine.
Yeah, just lots of cool stuff, man. That's a thing. So much cool stuff.
There's so much cool stuff going on. I love it.
I know. Man,
Exciting
there's
time.
so many creative and talented people too. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's great. Again, I just feel like I'm being vague because I don't want to say anything.
Hey, it's like me when you were asking about Allegiant stuff. I will say this because somebody in the chat mentioned, I think it was Albino, mentioned that Mitch did say the release idea that they're going with.
Yeah.
They're not going to do monthly. Well, they're going to do partially monthly releases, but they're not going to do monthly Kickstarters. They're going to do seasons. They're going to do.
I just made a video about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be like,
yeah,
so many issues in a season, and then the creative team can take a break for 2 or 3 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the new season will start. So like season 1 of Red Rooster will be, I don't know, 3, 5, 6 issues or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's a short break, and then season 2 and season 3. So
that's the way I think that comics should be.
I think it works.
It
I think
works.
it's great because if you let your artists rest and it lets them take time to make even better work anyways.
Right.
So.
But you're giving the readers enough. You know what I mean?
You give the readers enough. You give them a complete story. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Matthew Fowler says, I got stuff for Vaughn for sure. You'll see.
Oh, cool.
Be on the inner circle.
You'll see, Vaughn. You'll see. I might show some stuff off when we're off the air if you guys are interested. But
I just posted up a picture from like what the game manual I wanted it to look like design wise. So I wanted it to feel like those old like D&D creepy like tomes, like that you found in a dusty dungeon somewhere. I did this cover for it to make it look like,
That's
you
cool.
found it in the depths of a like creepy thing. And then and then this would be like the pages where you're getting like the characters and the classes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like I did some design work on it. Like I liked it. It was coming out cool. I may come back to it someday.
Your graphic design is better than mine. That was the biggest thing after I launched the game. People were like, I was trying to be simple, and they were like, your graphic design sucked. Okay, all right. I learned my lesson. The thing is, if it gets funded, then everybody has good stuff to say. I don't know. It's hard to know for sure, but you're both better than I am for sure. That's cool. I totally had something to say and I forgot.
Sorry.
That's my own fault. Fun stream.
Yeah.
You think?
I had fun. I don't know. Put an F in
I liked
chat
it.
I did. I'm just joking.
if it was fun. Oh man, the other thing too is like Charlie Snogan. We've been talking a lot lately.
Oh yeah, what's going on with that?
He told me I cannot show anything yet, but he's been working on some character designs and redesigns and stuff, and he sent me something yesterday that I just fell in love with. Like, It's so cool. I'm so excited. I think I could probably. I don't know. I think. Well, I'll wait. I want to like honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say the pitch for the story too. I don't know that I said a lot about that, but it's I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Your vagueness has me very excited.
Yeah. That Stogan guy is really good. The vagueness. Yeah, I know. That's the stream could be called the vagueness.
Mhm.
We keep going into that
Vague
territory.
stuff I could say right now and blow your minds.
I know, man. I know.
What I'm trying to do. Like for instance, here's something vague. Hey Vaughn, you remember that logo I showed you? And you were I wasn't sure of?
Oh yes.
For the eyes, it would like cover up the eyes and the gun and all that.
That's vague.
I
You
think
remember
so.
that?
I'm gonna use my
Vaguely.
I'll just say that he loved it. It was a few weeks ago, but he loves the
He
logo.
loved it. I'm gonna use my deductive
Which
reasoning.
one?
There were eyes and a gun.
There were eyes and I showed you the logo and you thought it didn't look exactly right for the thing.
Can't remember.
Can't remember.
Uh,
Well, let's just continue to be vague.
yes, let's stay vague.
This is the part of the stream where things go wrong.
This is where we lose everybody.
Yeah.
No, man. I mean,
when I was on,
but the guy liked it, so that's good, right?
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, I love the eyes and I love the
Say
gun.
your boy liked it.
oh, that's cool.
Is this okay?
Right on, man.
Adding more vagueness. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
know this is totally unrelated. I'm sure.
It's actually related to the artist you were just talking about.
Okay, yeah. So speaking of,
Mhm.
this is totally not related whatsoever. Wink. Your boy Zach says he has a secret project. I really wonder what that is.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you this.
I don't know if any of his ideas have ever really appealed to me that much, but I liked Jawbreakers and supported that. I supported, what was it, Iron Sights, but his other stuff, I don't know if he's gonna have to sell me on it for sure.
Yeah.
Secret project. You want to know everything I know?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh,
Honestly, he didn't even tell me who the artist was for Jawbreakers until I saw the script.
there's so many
Wow.
tight lips.
Hey man, loose lips sink ships. You know
No,
this.
I'm going to talk about. That's my only marketing strategy is talk about it a lot.
I could be, let's see how non-vague I can be. Let's see. Shinobi Sasquatch versus Monster MD is
Epic.
badass. Like basically Heidi and Wyatt want to get away from monster mending and take their little vacation together, and that's just them. So they're out in the woods setting up camp, and Heidi's putting all these herbs in a circle around the camp because she wants to make sure they can ward off any monsters, with this stuff. And then Shinobi Sasquatch comes barreling in headfirst into their camp, like exploding in the dirt. Their tent flies off, everything's destroyed. Wyatt is pissed. But yeah, the story kind of starts from there. It kind of kicks in.
There you
Nice.
go. That's not vague.
It's not big.
Albino Thunderbun says the biggest mystery of all is who is drawing Cash Grab. Spoiler alert, it's me.
You're also lettering it. That's the problem.
That would spoil it for sure in more ways than one. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of cool stuff. Thanks guys for coming on the stream. I appreciate it. Eric, give us a segue.
A segue. Speaking of vagueness, let's try and wrap this up. There's no segue to the end. You had already started.
We had to try it again though. It was worth
Working
it.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is not my campaign. Never mind. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate it. If you don't mind, it really helps if you leave a thumbs up on your way out. Don't forget the Downcast is going to be ending next week. We're pulling the plug. So if you haven't backed it and you want to, please do. I can promise you that I have put my heart and soul into making this the very best writing I can possibly do. And Nacho has been turning in some amazing work. He's redrawing some things, and we're doing everything we can to make it amazing. So appreciate all the support. And yeah, the back Flying Fortress
Yeah, absolutely. Back Flying Fortress.
and Monster MD.
Monster MD.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, I'm lettering all 3
It's
books.
hard. It's true.
No matter where you go, Eric is with you.
No matter where you go, I'm there following you.
It's like trying to run away from the weather.
It's
Ooh.
very
Zuh.
poignant.
We'll leave you with the vagueness. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Well, come on, get down with the vagueness.